Have you ever wondered why so many people discover too late that they have high blood pressure? The answer is simple and scary. Hypertension is a silent disease. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't scream, it doesn't give clear signs at first. But while you go about your normal routine, she works in silence, putting your heart, your kidneys, your eyes, and even your brain at risk. More than 30% of the Brazilian adult population suffers from hypertension, according to the Ministry of Health. And the most worrying thing is that most of these people don't even know they have it. When the first symptoms appear, such as frequent headache, dizziness, blurred vision, or excessive tiredness, the condition may already be advanced. In many cases, the first warning is a heart attack or stroke. And when that happens, the damage is already done. Hypertension forces the heart to pump more intensely to overcome resistance in the arteries. Over time, this effort wears out the cardiovascular system, can compromise the kidneys, and even lead to vision loss. It's like you're driving with the engine on the limit all the time. Sooner or later, something is going to break. But here's the most important point. Despite all this, hypertension is highly controllable. With the right habits, it is possible to avoid serious complications. And that's exactly why this video exists. You will understand how some foods, which seem harmless, are actually saboteurs of your arterial health. And by recognizing these villains on your everyday plate, you will be able to make more conscious choices and live much more safely. You may not even realize it, but with every bite, your blood pressure is reacting. What you choose to put on your plate directly affects the functioning of your arteries, your heart, and even your kidneys. Food is more than a source of energy. They are chemical stimuli that can protect or harm your body, especially when it comes to high blood pressure. The big villain, without a doubt, is sodium. Present in practically all processed foods, excess of this mineral causes the body to retain fluids. This means that there is more volume circulating in the blood vessels, and as a consequence, more pressure exerted against the artery walls. The heart needs to work harder to pump this blood, increasing the risk of early wear and tear and cardiovascular disease. But salt doesn't work alone. Sugar, for example, also plays an important role. When consumed in excess, it stimulates the intense release of insulin, which in turn can cause changes in the vessel walls and contribute to increased pressure. Furthermore, sugar favors the accumulation of abdominal fat, a direct risk factor for hypertension. Another silent enemy is saturated fat, present in fried foods, fast foods, and ultra-processed products. It causes chronic inflammation in the blood vessels, making circulation difficult and putting even more strain on the cardiovascular system. It's a perverse cycle. You eat poorly, your body reacts, your blood pressure rises, and you don't even realize it, until one day the scare comes. Therefore, it is essential to understand that controlling hypertension begins long before the pharmacy. It starts at the market, in the kitchen, in the supermarket. And now that you understand the real impact of food on blood pressure, it's time to find out about the worst foods you could be consuming without knowing it. A hidden superfood that can take your results even further. In addition to the foods in this video, there is a little-known superfood that can boost your results. The Moringa Magic Supplement combines the incredible benefits of this plant to reduce inflammation, increase your energy, and strengthen your body. Want to know more? The link is in the pinned comment and in the description. Now keep watching, because the next foods on this list could transform your health. Now that you understand how food directly impacts your blood pressure, it's time to go beyond theory. The time has come to look at practice, at your daily life. We are going to reveal the 5 foods that most sabotage your cardiovascular health. Those that, although present on many Brazilian tables, should be avoided or eliminated by anyone who wants to control hypertension. We go from least aggressive to most dangerous. Pay attention to each of them. What seems harmless could be exactly what is keeping you from your health. Number 5. Sausages. Sausage, ham, salami, sausage. These foods are high in sodium and preservatives. A single slice of ham can contain more than 300 milligrams of sodium. Now imagine a sandwich with 3 or 4 slices. And we haven't even started talking about the nitrites and nitrates present in these products, substances used to preserve color and flavor, but which are also associated with increased blood pressure and other risks, such as cancer. Built-ins are practical, yes, but the price of practicality is too high for the heart. Number 4, fast food and fried foods. Burger, fries, nuggets, breaded snacks. These foods combine everything that is bad for blood pressure: excess salt, saturated fat, refined carbohydrates, and empty calories. Furthermore, oils reused in frying generate inflammatory substances that damage blood vessels. The result is stiff arteries, increased blood pressure, and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Eating fast food every now and then doesn't kill you, but making it a habit is a ticking time bomb. Number 3, industrialized breads and cookies. Does it seem exaggerated? Be aware that many of these products are hidden sources of sodium and sugar. Even though they don't taste salty, they can contain significant amounts of salt to increase shelf life. Furthermore, refined sugar and the hydrogenated fats present in them increase inflammation in the body, raise glucose levels, and indirectly affect blood pressure. It's easy to fall into the "it's just a snack" trap, but those accumulated snacks do silent damage. Number 2, soda and sweetened drinks. The problem here is twofold: excess sugar and chemical additives. A single can of soda can contain more than 35 g of sugar, almost double the World Health Organization's daily recommendation. Frequent consumption of these drinks deregulates insulin levels, stimulates inflammation, and compromises kidney function. And even diet soft drinks don't escape. Artificial sweeteners also affect the intestinal microbiota, influencing blood pressure indirectly. Number 1, too much table salt, the biggest villain of hypertension. The body needs a small amount of sodium to function, but the average consumption in Brazil exceeds 9 g per day, almost double the recommended amount. And the most important detail: the salt in the salt shaker represents only a part of this total. The largest volume is in processed foods, ready-made seasonings, sauces, French bread, cheese, and industrialized broths. It's not enough to not overdo the salt. You need to look at the label and understand where it really comes from. These are the 5 foods that raise your blood pressure the most, often without you realizing it. They are present at parties, breakfasts, quick lunches, and ready-made dinners. And precisely because they seem normal, they are even more dangerous. Now that you know who the real villains of high blood pressure are, let's understand what they actually do to your body. When you consume these foods frequently, the effects do not appear immediately, but inside, your body is reacting. And this reaction is much more serious than one might imagine. Excess sodium, sugar, and saturated fat starts a continuous process of inflammation, fluid retention, and wear on blood vessels. It's as if, day after day, an invisible pressure is slowly squeezing your cardiovascular system. It all starts in the kidneys. They are responsible for filtering the blood, eliminating excess fluids, and maintaining sodium balance. When you consume more salt than you need, your kidneys retain more water to dilute this excess. With more liquid circulating, blood volume increases, and with it, pressure. Over time, the kidneys become overloaded, losing efficiency and further increasing the risk of complications such as kidney failure. The arteries also suffer. Salt hardens their walls, reducing the elasticity of the vessels. This makes it difficult for blood to pass through, requiring more effort from the heart. Bad fats and sugars contribute to the accumulation of fatty plaques on arterial walls, a process known as atherosclerosis. This narrows the vessels, blocks flow, and can lead to heart attacks or strokes. Meanwhile, you feel subtle signs: headache in the morning, fatigue, palpitations, dizziness. These symptoms are often ignored or attributed to stress, but they are saying your body is suffering. In more serious cases, high blood pressure damages small vessels in the eyes, causing blurred vision or even vision loss. In the brain, it can lead to small, silent strokes that compromise memory and cognition over time. This all starts with seemingly simple choices: a bagel for breakfast, a soft drink for lunch, a sausage for dinner. When added together, These habits create a dangerous scenario. But the good news is that you can change this situation. In the next chapter, we will show you how to replace these foods with healthy, practical alternatives that are much safer for your heart. If the right foods can raise your blood pressure, the right foods can also protect you. The good news is that you don't have to give up flavor, pleasure, or practicality. Just make smart, conscious, and consistent substitutions. By changing what goes on your plate, you begin to transform your health from the inside out. Let's start with the seasoning. Instead of excess salt or ready-made seasonings, try using garlic, onion, lemon, oregano, saffron, rosemary, parsley, and chives. These natural ingredients enhance the flavor of food and, in addition, have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Garlic, for example, helps to dilate blood vessels, facilitating circulation and reducing blood pressure. For snacks and breakfasts, swap sandwich cookies and ultra-processed breads for fresh fruit, unsalted nuts, natural yogurt, or oatmeal. Oats are rich in soluble fibers that help reduce cholesterol, while fruits such as bananas, avocados, and watermelon offer potassium, which balances excess sodium in the body. Instead of soft drinks, opt for water flavored naturally with slices of lemon, orange, cucumber, or mint leaves. Another good option is teas, such as hibiscus and green tea, known for their diuretic and vasodilating effects, which help control blood pressure. Avoid sweetening. The taste adapts over time. And as for protein, opt for lean meats, eggs, fish, or legumes like lentils and chickpeas. They are sources of quality protein without the dangerous additives found in sausages. Fish, especially salmon and sardines, are rich in omega-3, which has a protective effect on the cardiovascular system. You don't need a restrictive or radical diet. It needs awareness. Hypertension does not start in the hospital. It starts with choosing the seasoning, the type of drink, the composition of your dish, and prevention too. Now that you know the villains and know how to replace them, let's end our conversation with a powerful invitation. Take control of your health. If you've come this far, you've already taken an important step. You sought information, understood the risks, and discovered ways. Now, it's time to turn this knowledge into action. The 5 foods you saw throughout this video – sausages, fast food, processed products, soft drinks, and excess salt – are more than common options in your routine. They are traps disguised as convenience. And if you suffer from hypertension or want to avoid it, the first step is to look more closely at what you put on your plate. High blood pressure is not inevitable. It can be controlled and often even avoided. And this depends less on medicine and more on your daily choices. It's not about doing everything perfect, but about doing it better. To gradually replace, to make more conscious decisions, to understand that health is not the absence of disease. It is a daily construction. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with breakfast, then look at the snacks. Reduce your consumption of junk food. Introduce more natural foods. Drink more water. With every small change, you will be protecting your heart, your kidneys, your mind. And most importantly, you will be gaining something that no pharmacy can sell: autonomy over your own health. So, if this content helped you, share it with those you love. A simple gesture can save lives. And if you want to continue receiving practical and reliable information about health, longevity, and well-being, subscribe to the channel and follow our next videos. Your health starts with information, and our mission is to deliver this to you in a clear, direct, and transformative way.